Hi guys, welcome to my studio today. My name is Beatrice Ajayi and I'm an artist based in Glasgow in Scotland. And today I had planned to go into the city centre and deliver some of my stock for the shop. I had prepared this over the week to do that, and unfortunately, over last night, there had been some kind of rioting or disturbance in the city centre overnight, and it's really stressed me out. So I wasn't able to go in. I just cancelled. Uh, I have to rethink how I go about going back into town or just wait for things to calm down. I don't know. But basically, I'm in the studio today and I have decided to just get on with it and get to work. So, what I've got here is last night I actually worked on my coloring page a little bit and I used coloring pencils to color this in. And I really like the way that it looks. So, I've been trying to decide on creating color pages with my watercolors. I even bought a whole set of new watercolors to test the coloring pages out and have realized that the pages actually bleed, and I found no way to be able to correct that. So I will be doing coloring pages that will basically just be using coloring pencils for. So I wanted to practice some more coloring pages myself so that I can have like a cover for the packaging that I want to create for the pages. I might just photocopy this and print that out as the cover for going forward for the pages. So I need to think about that. Or as a little sample leaflet in the background, in the back of the leaflet. So think that over anyway. But I'm looking forward to creating this. I'm going to focus on creating a batch of these and then packaging those up so that I can add them to my delivery whenever I go in to the shop as well. So yeah, it's just to continue working in the studio and trying to make artwork. I've calmed down today a little bit. I was quite upset this morning regarding this, and so I posted something on my Instagram that you can check out, and I'll put the link below for you guys as well. Just it just says everything that's on my mind really to do with this, because there's a lot of confusion going on about things and the usual words of lacking in information, and so it's causing stress to communities that don't need to be in such a stressful situation. And yeah, we'll see how it goes, because life can be simple. People can just get on with things and yeah, and talk to our politicians. But anyway, I'm going to get back to work and I will see you guys in the next segment that I add to this. As I said, this is part of like my daily share I want to have with you guys in the studio, and just to show you what I get up to every day. I kind of do a little bit of artwork um, on different subject matters through the day so that I can keep myself, inspired and interested in what I'm creating. So as I said, I've created the different sections or stations that I would be making artwork in. So let me show you what I've got going on here. I don't know if you can see this. This is a painting. Let me just put the light on here. So this is a painting I've been working on in my studio, and it's oil paint, and I'm really just letting it dry slowly, looking at it now and again to see if there's anything I want to add to it. So as I said, this is my oil painting area. I've got my drying rack here as well, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with the setup, and it's in this corner, so I've not got a risk of dragging the oil paint around the studio as well. So yeah, I'm going to maybe do some tidying up as well in between, mulling the other ideas I have of what I want to create for my coloring pages. So a little bit of tidy, thinking about how I want to go about with my coloring pages, and yeah, working on that. So that will be good to do. And I'll get back to you guys, as I said before, if there's anything else that I want to share. So I've decided to glue this together first, trying to get rid of some of the work I have on this table. Then I can get into some other things. And then currently also the printer is in my husband's office and he is currently on a call, so I'm going to work on gluing this down onto this paper. I've got like a thicker card that I'm trying to glue this onto so that it has the backing. So I've got some gel medium here and I'm just going to work on that. I'm putting it onto the back of my actual image. Last time I put it on the cardboard, like the backing, and I think it was absorbing it really quickly, so I'm gonna try it this way. I think sometimes you can put it on both sides, but I was trying to put it on thickly so that I didn't have to do that, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, just going through the studio and working on things that are supposed to be done, going through my paper stock, seeing what else I could create. Also, I was just watching an artist that I like to watch. I'll put her name and information on the side, and she was talking about, you know, how we spend our energy when we are creating art, and that there's a ceiling when it comes to how much we can do as artists in a day. So I'm trying to think of ways to maximize my time and also to invest time in things that will help me to, in the future, take a little bit of a step back in my processing. Like if I want to provide things like prints and all these other art paintings and creations, that basically I would be able to do that if I outsource my printing and merchandising kind of idea to other people. So I have been looking at that for future referencing, but right now it's kind of like trying to focus on what I'm creating at the moment. So that has been one of my main priorities. So let's just see if I can work with this to flatten this. I've got two different tools I'm trying to use here. I don't know if that's the best one. So working from inside out. I'm going to do a lot of pressing it down with my hands as well. And that's the thing, it's like the edges are a bit... So from the inside out, usually I probably would have done this, you know, when it was blank without having my image on it. I'm thinking putting this on the back is actually a better idea for sure. So I feel it's happening a lot more easily than when I did it before, where I glued the cardboard and then worked on this. So this feels a lot more smooth to me. A little of the edge, but you know what? I'll take it. I haven't finished the painting, so yeah, this is working way better than before. So I'm going to keep on moving it around and trying to move the gel medium to the edges of the painting. So my day kind of is like full of things like this, where I'm doing all this prep stuff and then also coming back in to paint. There's a lot of planning, problem solving, and things. So I thought I would share that with you briefly. That's my segment for today's share. I will get on with doing this and I'll speak to you guys next time. So thank you for spending the time. My name is Beatrice Ajayi, and I will see you in the next one. So bye for now. Bye.